Herzlich willkommen to Spezial number 4. Today I want to talk about Tierlaute or animal sounds. I've come across quite a few articles recently on social media about why do languages have different sounds for animals, and there were quite a few interesting answers or approaches to that. So I thought it's a great way to pick up the German animal sounds. I'm not going to dive into the linguistics of it, but in general, we can say that the sounds are not necessarily different. It's just the representation that we give them in the specific languages that may differ. But I will link the article that I most recently shared also on my Facebook on the bottom, so you can check it out and read about it a little bit more for yourself. But as I said, today we're just going to do some German animal sounds and animal sound verbs, because in German we can actually make the sound into a verb as well, which is kind of cool. So, to do this today, I brought my daughter's animal sound book for us to read. And we see on the front already a little kitty cat, die Katze, and the sound that a cat makes. And that in German is miau. So miau, miau. And the verb that we would make, what do you think? Simple. We just add an en verb marker. So the verb would be miauen. So we could say die Katze miaut. So we conjugate miauen. All right, let's look into this here. First 2 pages, we have the dog and the pig. So the dog is in German der Hund, and the sound that the dog makes is wow, wow. Wow, wow is what we hear in German, or that's how we would spell it from what we hear. And for the piglet here, or das Schwein, das Schwein macht oink, oink. There are some other variations sometimes that you hear in German. I actually grew up saying so how would you spell that? Probably CHRM or something like that. But oink oink you will find often in cartoons or in children's books, and that's pretty similar to English so far. So what are the verbs that we can make for wow wow and oink oink? Well, wow wow would be wauen. Also der Hund waut, und oink would be oinken, das Schwein oinkt. Pretty simple. Brings us to the next 2. Here we have die Kuh macht mu, und die Ziege macht meck, meck. We also have another word for die Ziege, for the meck, meck, which is meh. So you kind of make the weird sound meh here for the little goat. So mu would be in the verb form, muhen. You actually give the H a little sound here when you say it, muhen. So die Kuh mut. Und für die Ziege sagen wir, die Ziege meckert. And we use meckern also in a non-animal related way. So I could say something like, ich mecker, weil du dein Zimmer nicht aufgeräumt hast. So I'm nagging because didn't clean up your room, for example. All right, so the next 2, we have der Frosch, the frog, und der Affe, the monkey. Der Frosch macht quack, quack, quack. You can kind of say it in your throat a little bit, but quack is actually what the frog says in German. There's no ribbit in German. So I had some arguments with my husband about that Germans don't hear that right, but that's how we think the frog sounds. And that's how we represent it in writing. And der Affe, der macht a. Can be extended a sounds, or extended u sounds. So a is like one of the representations that you find a lot of times. Is der Affe. So quack, easy turned into a verb, quaken. Not so much. There's no so there we don't have a verb, for example. So beware, there's some weird ones. You can see how it's already spelled. It's really just the and sounds wrote or put in one row, creating the monkey sound in German. All right. Die nächsten zwei sind der Elefant und der Löwe. So, der Elefant macht tröt, ja, tröt. Ja. We have Benjamin Blümchen, der Elefant, ja, der auch immer trötet. Ja, so tröten ist das Verb für tröt. Und der Löwe macht wah. Ja, und da haben wir auch, oh, sorry, there we also don't have a representation for the verb. So there's not something like roaring, roaren or something like that. Yeah, so there it's just the sound wow as well, similar to the monkey. Brings us to der Papagei. Very strange sound that the Papagei makes right here. Der Papagei simply says, hello. So that's our papagei sound. Oftentimes we actually give words to the bird since we think they can speak or they can learn some words. So that's why we do that. Otherwise, they would just simply be peep, peep, like a bird is peep. You could do that as well. Und das Krokodil, that doesn't really make a sound, but here we use the verb schnappen and make it into schnapp, because they try to bite or schnappen. So schnappen is used for the Krokodil, das Krokodil. And we all know Schnappi, das kleine Krokodil. That's where Schnappi gets its name from the verb schnappen, to snap, kind of like to snap for something. All right. Then we have der Esel. Der Esel, donkey. Und der macht ia, ia. And here we can actually say ian. It's a little weird, but we could do that. Und das kleine Lämmchen, little lamb, das macht meh, meh. Yeah, kind of like die Ziege, as I was mentioning earlier. There's some overlap sometimes because the sounds are similar. So, but truly the sheep or the lamb makes meh, and then the verb would be mähen. Alrighty. Brings us to two very interesting ones right here. We have der Hahn. Der Hahn macht kikeriki. So in the morning at 5 o'clock you will hear kikeriki. And there we don't have a verb representation. We don't say kikerikien. You could, but it's rarely done. It's just simply the sound. However, the little duck, or the little birdie right here, would be quack. Okay, so yes, you see it right. One more. Der Frosch macht Quack. Und die kleine Ente and the little duck makes the same sound, quack, quack. However, multiple quacks in a row, because it's little and it will yap at you. So quack, 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 quack. Quacken is the correct animal representation for most areas in Germany for the little duck. And then we have two cute little ones right here. We have die Maus. Und die Maus macht fiep, 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 fiep. Ja, so die fiepen, die Mäuse fiepen. Und der Hase, der macht so, and it's sleeping too. So it's probably actually snoring in this book. Okay, so those are the animal sounds according to this wonderful book from Ravensburger, I guess, that my daughter is learning. So she's learning the sounds the way the German animals sound. And of course, she'll also learn from my husband the English way. So I hope that was interesting to you to see how some of the German animals sound to a German and how we spell it, how we represent it in writing, and also the way that you can use it as a verb. You have the similar thing in English with some animal sounds like to meow. That works. I don't know if to woof is actually a verb, but to meow I have seen also as a verb form. So yeah, if you have any questions, if you want to hear sounds of other animals, please let me know. A common one that German children learn in songs or in a song is Summ, and that's for the bee. So Bienchen summ herum, summ, summ, summ. So that's the sound a bee makes, is Summ, or simply zzz. Yep, that's the German animal sounds. I hope you had fun. And yeah, please study the verbs, study the sounds, and you're all set and you can teach the world the way Germans hear animals. Thank you.